Hi, welcome to Optimal Health and Vitality After 50. My name is Tricia O'Hara. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. So today I would like to talk about how to have unlimited energy throughout your day. So as we get older, we tend to become more sedentary and unfortunately our energy levels drop. But there's ways to combat that, and that is what I'm going to discuss in today's video. So first off, the first suggestion is when you first get up in the morning, try to get out and get some sunlight. And why that is because sunlight, natural light, helps to regulate our circadian rhythm, our body clock. Sunlight also is good for promoting vitamin D and also boosting serotonin levels, which is good for people that perhaps suffer from anxiety or depression. Second tip is to move, to just get out, namely exercise, because exercise is not only excellent for lubricating our joints, because many people in the morning, they tend to feel very stiff. So if you get up, move, exercise, that will help to increase mobility in your joints and also promote more energy. Now, I know a lot of people say, gosh, if I go exercise, I'm going to be so tired for the rest of the day. But actually, it's completely opposite, because exercise promotes an energy by sending oxygen and nutrients to the tissues in your cardiovascular system to make it work more efficiently. So if you can try to get up and just do some kind of exercise, that could even be something as simple as getting up and walking every day, go take yoga or Pilates or some gym classes or run or do whatever sports, but just try to get up and move, and that will help to promote energy because it's sending blood and oxygen into your tissue, okay? Into your system, excuse me. When you exercise, you strengthen your heart, and you've got to remember that your heart is a muscle. So the more you work at strengthening it, the stronger it gets. And will be very beneficial for decreasing your chances of cardiovascular disease as you get older. Also, when you have more muscle on your body, that will also help to prevent falling and fractures and life-threatening injuries as you get older also, because one of the number one causes of death for people over the age of 65 is injuries sustained from falling, from losing their balance. So if you can start to exercise, you'll help to maintain that muscle mass on your body. Okay, tip number 3 is to eat a healthy diet. So think of your body as a temple. Actually, I'm going to use the analogy of a Ferrari. If you had a Ferrari, the probability of you putting in the best kind of gas possible is probably 100%. So why wouldn't you do the same for your body? Your body is your temple, and you should preserve it and fuel it with energy efficient foods and healthy foods, right? So try to eat foods in their natural state. And what I mean by that is whole grains, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, nuts, beans, stuff like that. Fruits and vegetables, they're very high in, they have a lot of nutrients, a lot of vitamins, and a lot of antioxidants as well. Now, if you cook vegetables, it's going to decrease by a little bit, but they say basically the best is raw vegetables, but not a lot of people can eat raw vegetables. So if you had the choice to eat like processed food or vegetables, it's better to eat the vegetables, whether they're cooked or not. Also, try to eat lean proteins, because protein helps to build muscle, and it is key in maintaining healthy energy levels in the body, okay? Try to, if you are a person that loves breads and pastas, I'm not one of those people, but I know there's a lot of people like that. Try to have portion control, because a lot of breads and pastas and pizzas. It really spikes your glucose levels. That's why a lot of times when people will go out and they'll have, a big bowl of pasta, and then afterwards they just want to take a nap because it spikes the glucose levels and then it drops it. So if you have the choice, if you do love pasta, try to maybe go for more of a whole wheat pasta. That will bring the glycemic level down versus like white pasta or white bread. Try to go with like a whole grain, and that will drop the glycemic level down. And also, if you can mix that with like a side salad, that would also be very beneficial on sustaining your energy level instead of having the spike up and then drop, the crash. Anyway, okay, so again, try to eat a healthy diet, and that will help to maintain your energy levels throughout the day. Tip number 4 is to drink water. It's amazing on like how many of my friends don't drink any water. And I'm like constantly thirsty, I think, because my body's so used to, I'm an athlete, so my body's so used to drinking water all day. I have maybe about a half cup of coffee in the morning. Other than that, I'm just drinking water all day. And I usually drink a couple liters. If it's hot outside and I'm doing a lot of training, then I will up that to 3 liters. But you basically, what they say is that you should basically drink half your body weight in fluid ounces. So for example, if you're 100 pounds, you should drink 50 ounces of water. But that's just the baseline. So if you're doing exercise, an hour of exercise on top of that, you want to increase that number. So again, for me, I'm 5'7". I don't ever weigh myself. I think I'm about 107. So I generally, like I said, a baseline, I usually drink a couple liters of water. But if it's hot outside or I'm doing a lot of training, right now I'm training for a marathon, I'm drinking more like 3 liters of water a day. And the reason being is like, if you see in this chart here, you'll see like what percentage of each of your organs and your bones and your muscles are made up of water. And so a lot of times when people are tired, it's actually because their body's dehydrated. And did you know that by the time you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated? So the good news is that if you can start drinking water, the good news is they did a study on participants that drank 17 ounces of water. And every single time you drink, in this study, it was 17 ounces of water, you burn 25 calories. So if you think about drinking, 8 glasses of water a day, I guess roughly 15, 16, 17 ounces, that's 200 calories there just from drinking water. And why that is because water just makes everything work better. I think it's the thermogenesis, I think I said, but don't quote me on that, but I think that's what they said. Anyway, so try to drink your water. Now, also water is necessary in the body to regulate our temperature, to digest food, for digestion, to lubricate the joints, and to flush out waste products. Those are a few. There's many, many more, but those are a few. So try to drink your water throughout the day, and I think you will find that your energy levels will rise, especially like if you're a person prone to getting a headache. Like I said, when people get headaches, it's because the body's dehydrated. But what do? They take aspirin, or maybe they get some coffee, but coffee is a dehydrant. So if you get a headache, just try downing a few glasses of water first and see if that helps. And if not, then maybe try something else. But try to go the route of water first. And I think if you can drink water consistently through the day, I think that you'll find your energy levels will sustain a little bit better. And the tip number 5 is try to reduce your stress. If you're a person that's, if you are a high stress person, because high stress raises your blood pressure, it raises your heart rate. So that takes away from, zapping your energy for you to do other things you need to do during the day. It also raises your cortisol levels. And they found that elevated cortisol levels were linked to weight gain. That when people had elevated cortisol levels, that they tended to grab more sugary, fatty foods and in turn gain weight. So if you can try to keep your stress level down, whether that be, taking breaks throughout the day with your work, or maybe try doing meditation, try doing some kind of yoga, try to do something to keep your stress levels down. And that will also help to sort of maintain your energy level throughout the day. And the last tip, which I think is the most important, in fact, it sets you up for having an amazing, energetic day, is to prioritize sleep. Because sleep is when your body regenerates, when it recovers, when the muscles repair. And they've done studies that say, okay, generally they suggest 7 to 8 hours of sleep. They're talking quality sleep. And they've done studies on participants where the one group only got 6 hours of sleep and the other group had 8 hours of sleep. And the people that had 8 or more hours of sleep actually performed better on tasks throughout the day. And they were also 55% better at fat burning, because the body's, is working a lot better, right, when it's rested, versus the subjects that got 6 hours of sleep or less. They tended to be more irritable. They just weren't, getting things done, and they were tired throughout the day. And they also found out that, if you constantly get less than 6 hours of sleep a night, it actually decreases your lifespan by 10 years. So we want to think about, as everyone is living longer, we want to think about not only having, a longer lifespan, but a healthy lifespan. So that is my aim with you in these videos. So try to focus on making sleep a priority, especially, I've done a couple videos on the importance of sleep, which I will link above, but especially between the hours of 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., and that's because during these hours, you produce the most amount of human growth hormone. And human growth hormone is needed to repair and rejuvenate the muscles in the body, and to build muscle. So if you're someone wanting to build muscle, that actually happens during your sleep. Not the gym is the stimulus, or the workout is the stimulus, but actually the muscles repair and build during your sleep, especially during the hours of 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. during the non-REM deep sleep. Also during this period is when we have the REM sleep, which generally increases as the night goes on. And you actually need sleep for memory consolidation, to remember things. Did you know that? I didn't know that till I started studying it. But you actually need sleep, and that's during the REM sleep. Rapid eye movement is when memory consolidation, remembering things. They actually did one of the podcasts I was listening to, where they did a study. They had 2 groups. One group took a test and then retook the test every 2 hours. And the second group took the test in the morning, forgot about it all day long, got a great night's sleep, and then retook the test the next day, the next morning, and they actually scored 20% better after getting a good night's sleep. And I found for myself, like I'm studying 2 languages, French and Russian, and a lot of times when I'm studying it at nighttime, I'll wake up in the morning and I'll completely remember absolutely everything that I was just, studying the night before. So definitely during sleep, like I said, you need sleep for memory consolidation, for processing things. You need sleep for the body to repair and recuperate and regenerate, and for muscle building. So you probably know, like, when you get a good night's sleep, you feel like a champion the next day, right? You feel like you can just conquer the world. So try to do what you can to make sleep a priority. And you also want to make sure that you have good sleep hygiene. And that's like again, I'll link the video, but it's like, sleeping in the dark, sleeping in cool temperatures, sleeping quiet, sleeping, turning off all blue light, at least an hour to 90 minutes before you go to sleep, because that suppresses melatonin when you're on your computers and your phones. And again, you can get stuff like blue light blocking glasses to help to help with that. So again, to recap everything, the tips starting from the beginning is try to get sunlight in the morning to help regulate your circadian rhythm. Try to start doing some kind of exercise or just moving throughout the day. That will promote more energy. Try to eat a healthy, balanced diet. Try to start drinking more water, at least half your body weight in fluid ounces. And that's just the baseline. If you're doing exercise, on top of that, you'll want to drink a lot more. Try to keep your stress levels down, because that just zaps you of energy when you're always, on, elevated stress levels. And the last, and I think personally is the most important, is try to make sleep a priority. Try to get at least 7 to 8 quality hours of sleep. It's not about quantity, but it's about quality hours of sleep. And if you can do all this stuff, I swear you will feel like a champion the next day. So I hope you found these tips helpful. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Please comment below and let me know what you thought, if any of these worked for you, or if there's something else you would like me to talk about, because this channel I am making for you. I want you to go out and live the best life possible. And it's my experience for being here almost 6 decades. I can't even believe I'm saying that, almost 6 decades. And I have more energy now than I did when I was in my 20s and 30s. So I hope that you guys go out, have an amazing day, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much for your time. Bye.